Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. So I put a post on my Facebook profile a few days ago about progress and trying not to change perfection or thinking that progress has to be perfect. And I just want to kind of build on that and talk about it a bit more in this Facebook Live today. So what I've noticed recently, or certainly what I've seen or become more in tune with, is the fact that people are actually making progress with their health and fitness, but aren't actually aware that they're making progress. And kind of immediately that leads me to think, well, why are they thinking that they're not making progress, or why are they so negative on what they're doing? And, you know, we talk about it a lot, but ultimately it's based off what they see on the scales. So their first and final point of whether they've done well for the week that they've just had is whether that dial moves on the scales or not, which, you know, as we know, is absolutely ludicrous just to go off that as a measure and determine whether obviously that's been a successful week for you or not. And it's crazy. And what I've tried to reinforce to clients, or certainly what I've tried to allude to people, is what about the progress you're making in other areas, i.e. the muscle mass you're putting on, the increased weight that you're lifting in the gym, the fact that you have more energy to train, the fact that you're sleeping better, the fact that you've brought in certain behaviors and certain habits which mean that you don't feel like overeating, which means you don't feel like drinking as much alcohol, and which means the way you're currently eating at the minute has reduced sugar cravings, which has been their downfall in the past. So these are wins, guys. This is the individual making progress, and I think too much we get caught up on what the scales say or what they don't say is the fact that we lose sight of actually other areas of our life which are actually have been a weakness before, and which are actually you've improved on in the past 7 days or past however long. Now, I always say to people is like, try and work on one or two things in a week and try and absolutely nail them, okay? But if you work on one thing in the week over a 12-week period and try to absolutely nail it and trying to get it absolutely right, that's 12 new things that you're working on over a 12-week period, which you're actually improving on, and which are actually becoming a strength of yours, which is only going to benefit your health and fitness going forward. When it comes to fat loss, when it comes to building muscle, when it comes to changing the way you look, and when it comes to changing the way you feel, it's not solely on weight loss. It's not what that set of scale says at the end of the week. There's so much more to it. There's so many physical kind of markers you can go off other than weight. There's so many mental markers you can go off, and there's so many lifestyle factors that you can go off, which you can ultimately improve and build on if they're already a strength. So what I would encourage you to do, which I encourage everyone to do, is look at areas which at the minute you highlight as an area of your life which, if you want to get to where you want to get to, whatever your goal may be, and you've highlighted that area of your life, whatever it be, whether it be a physical thing, mental thing, or a lifestyle thing, and you need to change it, work on it, spend as long as it needs to spend in getting it right, improving on it, building on it, whether it's going to bed earlier, so you get a better restful night's sleep. So then that in turn gives you more energy, so you're more productive throughout the day, so you're able to do better training sessions, so you feel like cooking healthier meals, etc. Whatever that be, write the stuff down which isn't conducive for you getting to where you want to get to at the minute, and make a conscious effort to work on one or two of those things on a weekly basis. And when you feel like they're improved and they become habitual, then move on to the next things and keep working on and keep building on them. and watch yourself change there, and also watch yourself become more aware of actually the progress you're making. Because if we become too blinkered on just going off weight, then you're constantly going to disappoint yourself. And you're constantly going to disappoint yourself when you're actually making progress. Because your weight isn't going to change how you want it to change week in, week out. It fluctuates way too much for that to happen. Okay, so don't forget loads of variables which you can go off to check whether you're making progress week on week. And if you want more information on that, then just bang us a message and I'll be more than willing to help you out. Okay, guys, have a great Wednesday.